This video is about she spilled coffee and the Tycoon bought him a company. If this story inspires you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. Part 1. She spilled coffee and the Tycoon bought him a company. In the heart of the bustling city, where dreams collided with reality, a quaint little cafe named Caffeine Haven buzzed with life. It was a haven for those seeking refuge from the chaos outside, a place where stories were shared over hot cups of coffee. Among its regulars was Oliver, a man in his early 30s whose spirit was as withered as the leather notebook he always carried. Oliver had been a rising star in the tech world until a series of unfortunate events led him to the cafe every day, nursing his coffee and his shattered dreams. He had once been part of a startup that promised groundbreaking innovations, but when investors pulled out, he watched his ambitions crumble. With a heavy heart, he turned to freelance work, but the flow was inconsistent, leaving him in perpetual worry about the mortgage on his small apartment. Every morning, like clockwork, Oliver would settle into his favorite corner with a view of the busy street. The barista, a vibrant woman named Mia, always greeted him with a warm smile. The usual, she'd ask, her eyes sparkling as she poured the aromatic brew. "Please, Mia, I need all the caffeine I can get," he'd reply, attempting to mask his worries behind a joking facade. Mia had a gift for uplifting spirits. Despite her own struggles working multiple shifts to support her mother's medical bills, she remained unfailingly kind and hopeful. But remember, Oliver, every coffee spill can lead to a new adventure, she'd often tease, winking as she set his cup down. That fateful day began like any other, with the sun filtering through the window and the smell of freshly brewed coffee welcoming customers. But fate had something unexpected in store. Just as Oliver settled into his daydreams, a loud crash echoed through the cafe. Mia accidentally knocked over a tray filled with cups, sending a cascade of black coffee splattering across the floor and onto Oliver's notebook. "Oh no!" Mia exclaimed, her face turning crimson as she rushed over. "I am so sorry, Oliver. Your notebook. I didn't mean to." "It is all right, Mia. It is just coffee," Oliver said, forcing a smile as he dabbed the pages with a napkin, trying to salvage what he could. In truth, the notebook held his ideas, sketches, and dreams, a veritable treasure of his aspirations. Just then, a cafe door swung open, and a tall, distinguished man with an air of authority stepped in. Marcus Langley, a tech mogul known for his empire of successful companies, strode across the room. Eyes widened as patrons recognized him, whispers filled the air. Marcus approached the counter, ordering a black coffee, his gaze drifting to the chaos unfolding at Oliver's table. "Is everything all right?" he asked, genuine concern in his voice. "It has just a little coffee mishap," Oliver replied, glancing up. There was something about Marcus that sparkled with charisma. It was impossible not to be captivated. Mia, her eyes still wide with embarrassment, managed a half-hearted laugh. "Maybe this is a sign, who knows? Maybe a tycoon like you will swoop in and save us." As if inspired by her words, Marcus turned his attention to Oliver. "What do you do, sir?" I was a tech developer. Now I am just trying to figure things out," Oliver replied, the vulnerability in his voice palpable. "Just trying to figure things out?" Marcus echoed thoughtfully. "What if I told you that sometimes life's spills can lead to better paths? What are you working on?" Oliver hesitated. He had been burned too many times, sharing his dreams only to watch them fade away. Still, there was something about Marcus that filled him with an unexpected courage. "I've been developing an app that helps small businesses connect with local suppliers," he said, his passion emerging. "Really? That sounds intriguing." Marcus's eyes lit up. "Why haven't you launched it?" "That I lost confidence after my last project failed. I've been too afraid to take the leap again," Oliver admitted, his heart racing. "Fear is a part of the journey," Marcus said. "But it is also a choice. You can choose to let it hold you back or push you forward. What will you choose?" Oliver pondered the question, feeling a flicker of hope amidst the chaos of his life. "I want to choose to move forward," he replied, his voice stronger now. "I just don't know how." With a nod of understanding, Marcus glanced at the mess on the floor and then back at Oliver. "How about this? I could help you make that leap. Let us grab lunch and talk about your app and your vision." Oliver blinked in disbelief. "You want to help me?" "Why not? Let us turn that coffee spill into a new beginning," Marcus said with an encouraging smile. As they left the cafe, Mia watched from behind the counter, a mix of hope and disbelief swirling in her chest. Could it be that Oliver's fortune was finally turning? Over lunch, Oliver opened up about his dreams, his fears, and the struggles that had kept him tethered to doubt. Marcus listened intently, offering insights and encouragement. The atmosphere shifted from casual conversation to a deep exploration of resilience. Your journey is not defined by your failures, Marcus reminded him. They are merely stepping stones to success. Every tycoon has faced obstacles. It is how you respond that shapes your future. Oliver felt the weight on his shoulders begin to lift. The more they discussed his project, the clearer his vision became. He could almost taste the success he had yearned for, the liberation from the chains of doubt. Days turned into weeks as their partnership blossomed. With every meeting, Marcus helped Oliver refine his app and develop a business plan. Oliver found himself working harder than he had in years, fueled by a renewed sense of purpose. The late nights spent coding and brainstorming were no longer a burden, they were exhilarating. However, along with the excitement came lurking doubts. There were moments when Oliver questioned every decision, every line of code. What if I fail again? He whispered to himself late at night, staring at the glowing screen. But with each passing day, he found the courage to push through, reminding himself of Marcus' words, "Fear is a choice." As the deadline for their app launch approached, the pressure mounted. Oliver felt the familiar waves of anxiety crash over him, threatening to pull him under. One evening, overwhelmed, he stepped out into the night, seeking solace in the cool breeze. "Hey, you okay?" Mia's voice broke through the silence as she spotted him outside the cafe, her own shift ending for the day. "I am just scared," Oliver confessed, his voice barely a whisper. "What if it doesn't work? What if I disappoint everyone again?" Mia stepped closer, her eyes filled with empathy. "You're already doing something incredible, Oliver. You're stepping outside your comfort zone. That takes courage." "I am not sure I have what it takes," he admitted, feeling the weight of exhaustion pulling him down. "That's where you're wrong. You've already come so far," she replied, placing her hand on his shoulder. "Believe in yourself. You have a gift. Don't let fear overshadow it." Her kindness washed over him, igniting a spark of determination. "You're right, Mia. I need to remember why I started this journey in the first place." With the launch day finally here, Oliver stood nervously before a small gathering of investors and potential users in the conference room. His heart raced as he glanced at Marcus, who offered an encouraging nod. Taking a deep breath, Oliver stepped forward, ready to share his passion. "Welcome, everyone. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Connect Local, an app designed to bridge the gap between small businesses and local suppliers." As he spoke, the words flowed more easily than he had expected. The gratitude he felt for the support of his friends, especially Marcus and Mia, fueled his confidence. With every slide, he could see a flicker of interest in the audience's eyes. In that moment, surrounded by hope and possibility, Oliver realized he was no longer the man defined by his failures. He was a testament to resilience, a beacon of tenacity, and his journey was just beginning. The applause that followed was a melody he had longed to hear, a symphony of hope resonating with the beauty of the human spirit. Part 2, the ripple effect of kindness. The applause faded into a warm buzz, and Oliver couldn't help but smile as he basked in the glow of the moment. Marcus stood beside him, pride illuminating his features. "You did it, Oliver," he said, clapping him on the back. "You took the leap, and it was beautiful." "Thank you, Marcus. I couldn't have done it without your guidance," Oliver replied, still feeling the adrenaline coursing through him. His heart pounded in his chest, a reminder that he was alive and ready for whatever came next. As the guests mingled, Oliver felt a sense of camaraderie that he had desperately missed. Conversations flowed, laughter bubbled over, and ideas ricocheted around the room like fireflies. He could already sense the connections sparking between local businesses and suppliers, all because of his app. It was exhilarating. But as the night wore on, Oliver couldn't shake the gnawing feeling in his gut that had haunted him since childhood. What if this was just a fluke? What if he couldn't sustain this newfound success? He clenched his fists, refusing to let doubt take hold. Instead, he focused on the faces in the crowd, each person a testament to the power of hope and resilience. "Hey, Oliver." Mia's voice broke through his thoughts. She approached, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I just spoke to a few local business owners, and they love the concept. They're really interested in collaborating." "Really?" Oliver's heart leaped. "That's amazing, Mia. Thank you for spreading the word." "Of course, you've created something special here," she replied earnestly. "And it is about to change lives." Oliver felt a swell of gratitude from Mia, whose unwavering support had become a lifeline. She had a way of making him believe in himself, even when he struggled to see the light. But as he watched her excitement, he could see the shadows of exhaustion beneath her smile. "What about you, Mia?" he asked, concern creeping into his voice. "How are you holding up?" Though, just the usual. Long shifts and juggling responsibilities, she replied, shutting it off. But I wouldn't trade my job for anything. I love meeting new people. Still, you work so hard. Let me treat you to dinner sometime, he offered, feeling a wave of appreciation for her kindness. That sounds nice. I'd love that, she said, her smile warm and genuine, but it faltered for a moment. But you've got to focus on your new venture. This is your time. The following weeks were a whirlwind. With the successful launch of Connect Local, Oliver found himself at the helm of something extraordinary. The app began to gain traction, drawing in users and generating excitement among local businesses. Each day brought new challenges, but Oliver faced them with a determination he hadn't known he possessed. Yet, with success came a weight of responsibility. Pressures of management, marketing, and expansion began to take their toll, leaving Oliver feeling stretched thin. Late nights became routine again, filled with the soft glow of his computer screen and the hum of coffee brewing in the background. One evening, after a particularly long day, he stumbled into Caffeine Haven, hoping to find solace in a warm drink. He found Mia at the counter, her hair pulled back in a messy bun and dark circles under her eyes that spoke volumes. "Hey, you look exhausted," she remarked as he walked in. "Rough day?" "Just the usual stress of a startup," Oliver replied, forcing a smile. "But it's all worth it. How about you? You reworking a lot these days?" Mia sighed, wiping her hands on her apron. "It's all part of the job. My mom's health has been a bit rocky lately and I am just trying to manage everything, but I am okay." "Maybe we should grab that dinner soon," he suggested gently. "You deserve a break." "Yeah, that'd be nice," she agreed, but her eyes remained weary. "But I really don't want to be a burden. You have so much on your plate." "Listen, we're friends, and that means supporting each other. Let us plan for next week. I am treating you." Mia smiles, warmth returning to her eyes. "All right, deal, but only because I have a feeling you're going to need some help with all this success." As they chatted, Oliver couldn't help but feel grateful for Mia's presence. As they talked about her mom and the challenges she faced, he felt a connection grow stronger between them. In those moments, he realized how important it was to uplift each other, especially when the world felt heavy on their shoulders. As the following week rolled around, Oliver's momentum continued to build. Local businesses began to flourish through connections fostered by his app. Yet the stress was ever present, and he found himself increasingly anxious. It was during one of these vulnerable nights that Mia's words resurfaced. "Every coffee spill can lead to a new adventure." "Oliver." Marcus's voice broke through his thoughts one evening as they met to review the app's progress. "You've got a solid user base now. We should consider expanding the features. Think bigger." "Bigger?" Oliver echoed, a mix of excitement and fear coursing through him. "Absolutely. Let us brainstorm some ideas. Remember, you've got this," Marcus encouraged. But Oliver hesitated, caught between ambition and the fear of overextending himself once more. "What if I can't keep up?" "Then we'll adapt and find a way together," Marcus reassured him. "But don't let fear hold you back. Use it as fuel." In the days that followed, Oliver channeled his anxiety into creativity, working tirelessly to draft a proposal for a new feature that would allow users to rate and review suppliers. But as he poured his heart into the project, he began feeling that familiar anxiety creeping back in. One evening, worn out from a long day of meetings, he found himself wandering back to Caffeine Haven. The comforting aroma of coffee wafted through the air as he settled into a corner booth, hoping to recharge. Mia appeared shortly after, her face lighting up as she spotted him. "There you are. I was just about to text you. Ready for our dinner?" "I am so sorry. I lost track of time," he replied, running a hand through his hair, the stresses of the day still weighing on him. "Don't worry about it. I am just glad you were here," she smiled. "How is everything going?" "It is a lot," Oliver admitted, sighing deeply. "I am excited, but I feel like the pressure is building. What if I disappoint everyone again?" "UNT," Mia responded confidently, placing a hand over his. "You've already come so far, and you've done this because you believe in it. Just remember to breathe." Oliver looked into her sincere eyes. "Thank you, Mia. You have no idea how much your support means to me. I know you're going through so much, too." She shrugged, brushing off his concern. "I just want to see you succeed. We all need to support each other through our journeys." The conversation flowed effortlessly, punctuated by laughter and shared dreams. For the first time in weeks, Oliver felt the weight lift. It was in these moments that he realized how crucial it was to lean on each other to find strength and companionship. Over the next few weeks, Oliver leaned into the support of his friends, particularly Mia. They shared dinners filled with laughter and conversation, and with each meeting, Oliver grew stronger, more resilient. He began to understand the true meaning of perseverance. It wasn't just about the individual journey, it was about the collective strength that came from community. Finally, the day arrived for the new feature launch. With excitement buzzing in the air, Oliver stood before another gathering of investors and users. His heart raced as he recalled the struggles he had faced and the support that had carried him through. Welcome everyone. Today, I am thrilled to introduce Connect Local's newest feature, the supplier rating system. He began, his voice steady as he presented. This will empower local businesses to connect with trusted suppliers, fostering stronger relationships. The audience erupted in applause, echoing the hope and excitement Oliver had cultivated. He felt a profound sense of gratitude wash over him, recognizing that his journey was not just his own. It was a tapestry woven with threads of kindness, resilience, and shared dreams. After the presentation, Marcus approached with a proud smile. "You've outdone yourself, Oliver. You've created something that will last." "Thanks, Marcus, but I couldn't have done it without Mia and everyone who believed in me," Oliver replied, his heart swelling with appreciation. "Well, you're proving that even the toughest spells can lead to beautiful adventures," Marcus said, clapping him on the back. Later that evening, as Oliver and Mia reflected on the successful launch, he took a moment to breathe. "I learned something invaluable through this journey," he said thoughtfully. It's not just about the successes or the failures, but about how we rise together." Mia smiled, her eyes shining with understanding. "Exactly. We all have our struggles, but it's the way we support each other that truly matters." As the sun set over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold and pink, Oliver felt a surge of hope. He understood that life would continue to throw. Part 3: The Journey of Connection. The sun dipped low in the sky, casting warm rays across the bustling streets as Oliver stepped out of Caffeine Haven, his heart brimming with hope. After successfully launching the supplier rating system, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. Yet beneath that excitement lay a nagging thought: the journey was far from over. As he walked through the city, his mind raced with ideas for future expansions of Connect Local. The weight of ambition pressed against his chest, reminding him of the countless hours he had invested. But with every step, he recalled Mia's words, *, "We all have our struggles, but it's the way we support each other that truly matters." Determined to pour this energy into something tangible, he made his way to his apartment. The familiar scent of old books and worn leather embraced him as he entered. Instead of crumbling under pressure, he decided to channel it into productive work. He pulled out his laptop, opened a fresh document, and began to outline a plan for community workshops. Connecting local businesses goes beyond just the app, he murmured to himself, excitement thrumming through him. What if we could create spaces where entrepreneurs share knowledge and experiences? The thought of facilitating workshops filled him with a sense of purpose, but he knew it wouldn't be easy. He had to find a way to balance his workload with his vision for Connect Local while still supporting Mia through her own challenges. That evening, he texted Mia. I've been thinking of starting community workshops for local businesses. Want to brainstorm ideas over coffee? Moments later, her reply appeared. Absolutely. I love that idea. See you at Caffeine Haven. The next morning, the cafe buzzed with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the murmur of patrons engaging in conversation. Oliver found Mia at the usual table, her smile lighting up the room. "Good morning," she greeted, pouring him a steaming cup. "I can't wait to hear your ideas." Oliver felt a surge of warmth from her enthusiasm. "Thanks, Mia. I want to create workshops where local businesses can share insights, collaborate, and support each other. The app is just the beginning. We need to build a community." Mia's eyes sparkled with excitement. "That's brilliant. I've seen so many owners struggle with marketing and supplier issues. They do benefit immensely from a space to exchange ideas." As they brainstormed, Oliver's vision expanded. They discussed everything from guest speakers to hands-on activities that would help businesses understand their needs and challenges better. "What if we featured local entrepreneurs as speakers?" Mia suggested. "People love hearing real stories of struggle and triumph." "Yes, we could even set up a mentorship program where experienced business owners guide newcomers," Oliver added, his heart racing at the prospect. It's about building a network of support. With their ideas flowing, the two spent hours in the cafe sketching out plans. The warmth of community blossomed between them, igniting Oliver's passion for the project even further. But amidst the excitement of their discussions, Oliver couldn't help but notice the weariness in Mia's eyes. "How is your mom doing?" he asked gently, slipping into a more serious tone. "She is hanging in there. She is having some tests done this week," Mia replied, her smile faltering slightly. "It is just a lot to juggle right now." "I can only imagine," Oliver said, his heart aching for her. "You've been so strong through everything, but it's okay to lean on others too. You don't have to carry it all alone." Mia looked down at her coffee, tracing the rim of her cup with a finger. "I appreciate that, Oliver. It means the world to me. I guess I just don't want to be a burden." "You could never be a burden," Oliver insisted, his voice steady. "We're a team, we support each other, and I want to be there for you, just like you've been there for me." She met his gaze, and for a moment the weight of their struggle seemed to lift. "Thank you, I'll try to remember that." As the weeks passed, they dove into planning their first workshop, building bridges, connecting local businesses. They reached out to community members, gathering support and excitement about the initiative. Oliver felt invigorated, fueled by the shared vision. The opportunity to cultivate growth and encouragement in the community resonated deeply within him. The day of the workshop arrived, and Oliver stood nervously in front of the simple setup at a local community center. The room buzzed with conversation, and he could see familiar faces, business owners whose lives had been touched by Connect Local and who were eager to learn and grow together. "Good morning, everyone. I am thrilled to see you all here for our first workshop," he began, his voice steady despite the butterflies in his stomach. "Today, we were not just connecting through an app, we were building a supportive community." As he spoke, he noticed May standing at the back, her presence a grounding force amidst his racing thoughts. She waved enthusiastically, and he felt a rush of gratitude for her unwavering support. The workshop unfolded beautifully, with attendees sharing their stories, challenges, and ideas. Oliver facilitated discussions that ignited connections, allowing everyone to feel valued and heard. After the session, as people mingled and exchanged information, Oliver felt a sense of fulfillment wash over him. He turned to Mia, who had been busy assisting others, her smile radiant. "You did it, Oliver," she exclaimed, pride shining in her eyes. "This was amazing." "Thanks to you, your energy made all the difference," he replied, feeling a swell of joy. "I can't wait for the next one." As the day progressed, they spent time connecting with attendees, exchanging ideas, and hearing feedback. Each conversation held a glimmer of hope. People were excited about the possibilities and eager to collaborate. But amidst the joy, Oliver noticed Mia's smile faltering again. "You okay?" he asked gently, concern etched on his face. "I just wish I could help my mom more," she admitted, her voice barely a whisper. "I feel so helpless sometimes." "Hey," Oliver said softly, stepping closer to her. "You are doing everything you can. It is okay to feel overwhelmed. Let us take a breath together. You are not alone in this." Mia nodded, tears welling in her eyes. "Thank you, Oliver. I don't know what I'd do without your support." "You'll never have to find out," he assured her, offering a reassuring smile. "We'll get through this together." Days turned into weeks, and with each workshop, the community grew stronger. Oliver's confidence flourished as he embraced the role of a leader, while Mia also found strength in her vulnerability. She began to share her own experiences with the attendees, inspiring others with her resilience. But just when everything seemed to be falling into place, life threw a curveball. One evening, as Oliver was packing up after a successful workshop, he received a phone call from Mia. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "Oliver, I just got the news my mom's illness has worsened. They want to start aggressive treatment." "Oh, Mia," he whispered, feeling his heart sink. "I am so sorry." "Thank you. I just don't know how I'll manage everything," she said, her voice breaking. "I feel so lost." "Take it one day at a time," Oliver encouraged softly. "I am here for you. Whatever you need, I'll help. You don't have to go through this alone." "I don't want to burden you," she replied, anxiety creeping in. "Mia, supporting each other is what this community is all about. Let me be there for you, just as you've been there for so many." Tears flowed freely as Mia nodded, vulnerability allowing hope to flicker back to life within her. "Thank you, Oliver. That means everything to me." Together, they navigated the difficult days ahead, leaning on each other for support. Oliver learned to prioritize both his work and his commitment to Mia, ensuring she felt supported as she faced her challenges. As Mia's mom underwent treatment, Oliver stayed by her side, offering encouragement and comfort. They spent evenings at the hospital, sharing stories and laughter amidst the uncertainty. Through it all, a beautiful bond grew between them, one built on trust, resilience, and unwavering support. One evening, as they sat quietly together, Mia turned to Oliver with a soft smile. You've shown me what it means to truly connect. I've learned so much from you. You've taught me just as much, Mia. You're stronger than you realize, he replied, warmth blossoming in his chest. As the days turned into months, Mia's mother's health improved, sparking hope within their lives. It was a reminder that life, though filled with struggles, also held profound moments of beauty and connection. With that newfound strength, Oliver and Mia continued to grow their community projects. The workshops blossomed into a series of collaborations, fostering a spirit of connection among local businesses. Oliver felt a sense of fulfillment, knowing that they were helping others find their paths, just as they had found theirs. One sunny afternoon, as they stood outside Haven, the cafe bustling with life, Oliver turned to Mia. Part 4 in New Dawn. I can't believe how far we've come, Oliver said, his voice tinged with awe as he gazed at the vibrant scene around them. The open-air market they had organized was filled with laughter, colorful stalls, and excited chatter among local business owners and residents. It was a beautiful reflection of the community spirit they had nurtured together. Mia smiled, her eyes sparkling with pride. You've really outdone yourself with this initiative. It's incredible to see everyone come together like this. Oliver looked at her, the warmth of her presence igniting a spark within him. I couldn't have done it without you. Your support has been the backbone of this entire venture. As the afternoon sun bathed them in golden light, they wandered from stall to stall, engaging with vendors and savoring the rich aromas of local delicacies. Each conversation ignited another layer of connection, weaving a tapestry of support among everyone present. But amidst the celebration, Oliver sensed an undercurrent of anxiety in Mia's demeanor. He had noticed it creeping in more often as her mother's health improved but still required care. The emotional toll was palpable in her laughter, tinged with fatigue. Mia, can we talk for a moment? Oliver asked gently, pulling her aside from the bustling crowd. Of course, she replied, her smile faltering slightly as concern seeped into her expression. Is everything okay? I just want to check in with you, he said, his tone softening. You've been juggling so much lately. How are you really doing? She glanced down, her fingers fidgeting with the hem of her shirt. I am managing, but it's still tough. My mom's doing better, but the emotional roller coaster is exhausting. Some days I feel like I am on the edge. Oliver's heart ached for her. It is understandable. Caring for someone you love is both a privilege and a heavy burden. You don't have to carry it all alone, you know. I know, Mia admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. But sometimes I feel guilty asking for help. You've done so much for me already. I don't want to be a burden. Mia, supporting each other is what we've built this community on, he reassured her. Lean on me. Let me be there for you, just as you've always been there for me. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears, and she nodded slowly. Thank you, Oliver. I really appreciate it. I'll try to remember that. As they resumed their exploration of the market, Oliver felt a renewed sense of determination. He would not only support Mia, but also find ways to empower their community further. Perhaps it was time to take Connect Local to the next level. Speaking of support, I've been thinking, Oliver began, glancing at Mia. What if we organized a fundraiser to support local businesses struggling from the pandemic? We could use the workshops to raise awareness and funds. Mia's face brightened. That is a brilliant idea. We could combine it with the next workshop, offering attendees a chance to contribute while learning valuable skills. It could be a win-win. Exactly. Let us brainstorm some ideas for activities that would draw people in, Oliver suggested, excitement bubbling within him. As they returned to the cafe, their energy ignited once more, ideas flowed freely between them. They envisioned a community dinner featuring local dishes, an auction of donated goods from local businesses, and even a talent show that showcased the skills and creativity of their neighbors. This could really make a difference, Mia said, her passion radiating. We could help those who are struggling while showing the community how interconnected we all are. Oliver nodded, his heart swelling with hope. Let us set a date and start reaching out to everyone. I can already picture the success. Weeks flew by as they poured their hearts and souls into the fundraiser preparations. The event was set for a Friday evening, and anticipation buzzed through the community like electricity. On the date of the fundraiser, the once quiet streets outside Haven transformed into a vibrant hub of activity. Colorful banners fluttered in the breeze, tables adorned with handmade crafts lined the sidewalks, and the scent of delicious food wafted through the air. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting a rosy hue over everything, Oliver stood at the entrance of the cafe, taking in the sight of his dreams coming to life. Mia approached him, her eyes bright and her smile infectious. "It is incredible, isn't it?" she said, her excitement palpable. "Look at how many people showed up." "Absolutely. I never imagined we could bring everyone together like this," Oliver replied, feeling a surge of gratitude for the journey they had shared. "Thank you for believing in this vision." "Thank you for leading it," she countered, her gaze steady and sincere. "You've brought hope back to this community." As the evening unfolded, laughter and joy filled the air. Oliver and Mia moved through the crowd, engaging with attendees and sharing stories of their journey with Connect Local. "Can you believe how many people are eager to support local businesses?" Mia marveled, her eyes sparkling. "This is exactly what we envisioned." "It is a testament to the power of connection," Oliver replied, a lump forming in his throat as he witnessed the impact they had made. "These are the moments that remind me why I started this journey." The night culminated in a heartfelt presentation. As Oliver stood before the gathered crowd, he felt a wave of emotion wash over him. "Thank you all for coming tonight. What we've built here is more than just a fundraiser, it is a celebration of community and resilience." Applause erupted, and Oliver continued, "Together, we can lift each other up. Every small business here represents dreams, struggles, and the unwavering spirit of our city. Let us continue to support one another long after this event ends." As he spoke, he noticed Mia standing at the front, her eyes glistening with pride. He could see how far she had come, both in her personal journey and in their shared mission. The event concluded with a talent show, featuring local performers showcasing their skills: singers, poets, dancers, and even a few comedians who brought the house down with laughter. Each act resonated with the audience, creating a ripple of connection and camaraderie. In the midst of the performances, Mia took to the stage, her voice shaking slightly as she held the microphone. "I just want to thank Oliver for his unwavering support. This journey hasn't been easy, but I've learned that it's okay to lean on others. We're stronger together." The crowd erupted into cheers, and Oliver felt a warmth swell in his chest. He had watched Mia transform over their journey, breaking free from her fears and embracing vulnerability. As the evening drew to a close, they gathered outside, the cool breeze gently rustling their hair. "We did it!" Mia exclaimed, her face flushed with excitement. "We raised more funds than I could have ever imagined." Oliver beamed at her. "This is just the beginning. Together, we can keep building this community." "Absolutely," Mia replied, her eyes sparkling. "And with your leadership and vision, I have no doubt we can achieve even greater things." But as the night settled in, Oliver noticed the shadows return to Mia's eyes. "Are you all right? You've been so radiant tonight, but I can sense the worry lingering." She sighed, her shoulders drooping slightly. "I am just feeling the weight of everything. My mom's treatments will continue, and I am worried about balancing my job here and the added responsibilities." "Talk to me," Oliver urged gently, stepping closer. "You don't have to endure this alone. Let us figure this out together." Mia looked up at him, vulnerability etched across her features. "I just want to be strong for everyone. I don't want to let anyone down." "You won't," he assured her, placing a hand on her shoulder. "Strength isn't about carrying everything yourself. It is about knowing when to lean on others. Let us share this load." Tears welled in her eyes as she nodded, her resolve slowly softening. "Thank you, Oliver. I don't know what I'd do without your support." "Just promise me you'll reach out whenever you're feeling overwhelmed," he said. "I'll be here every step of the way." As they stood together, the bond between them deepened. They had both faced challenges, but together they had found resilience, courage, and hope. Life remained unpredictable, but amidst the chaos, they had discovered a beautiful truth: the strength of the human spirit was amplified through connection. Days turned into weeks, and the community projects continued to flourish. Each workshop fostered collaboration and growth, and Oliver and Mia often found themselves at the center of it all, supporting others while lifting each other. One evening, as they sat in Caffeine Haven after a successful workshop, Oliver turned to Mia, feeling a sense of gratitude wash over him. "I am proud of what we've accomplished together. You've grown so much." Mia smiled, her eyes reflecting warmth. "I couldn't have done any of it without you. You've shown me that it is okay to be vulnerable, to lean on friends, and to embrace the power of community." "Together, we've built something incredible," Oliver replied, his heart swelling with pride.